Grand tour for Papa Nido. Papa Nido, you're here, squealed Ellie, adjusting her very official, homemade tour guide badge. Welcome to Washington, D.C. I'm going to show you everything. Papa Nido flew all the way from Guatemala, and his smile was as wide as his airplane. Lead the way, am I guia favorita, he chuckled. Their first stop was a giant pencil pointing to the clouds. That's the Washington Monument, Ellie announced. Tour guide fact number 1. It's the world's tallest obelisk, which is a fancy word for a giant stone pencil. Next, they peeked through a big fence at a famous house. The president lives there, said Ellie. Fact number 2. The White House has 132 rooms. Can you imagine how many games of hide-and-seek you could play? Papa Nido whistled. That's more rooms than our whole village. They walked to a building with a big, round top, like a giant cupcake. Fact number 3. That's the U.S. Capitol, where they make the country's rules, Ellie explained. And fact number 4. See that lady on top? Her name is Freedom. Time to fly. Ellie giggled as they entered a museum full of airplanes. Fact number 5. This is the actual airplane the Wright brothers flew for the very first time in history. Papa Nido looked amazed. It looks like it's made of sticks and cloth. In another room, Ellie pointed to a small, dark rock. Fact number 6. Don't just walk past it. That's a real rock from the moon. You can even touch it. Papa Nido gently touched the rock. Incredible, all the way from the moon to my finger. The next museum had a gigantic surprise waiting inside the door. Whoa, said Papa Nido. That's a big elephant. Ellie puffed out her chest. Fact number 7. That's Henry the elephant. He's been welcoming people here for more than 50 years. Ellie led him to a sparkly necklace in a case. Fact number 8. This is the Hope Diamond. Some people say it's unlucky, but I think it's just super glittery. Papa Nido squinted. It sparkles more than a Quetzal bird's feathers after a bath. They entered the most beautiful building Papa Nido had ever seen. This is the Library of Congress, whispered Ellie. Fact number 9. It's the biggest library in the entire world. And fact number 10. They have one of the very first books ever printed. Outside another grand building, Ellie pointed to the lamps. Fact number 11. This is the Supreme Court. Look closely at the lampposts, Papa Nido. They have turtles carved on them to remind us that justice can be slow but steady. Papa Nido laughed. Slow and steady like my walk. Now for some very important papers, Ellie said seriously. They went to the National Archives. Fact number 12. The Declaration of Independence is in here. It's like America's birth certificate, but with much fancier handwriting. They visited a beautiful round memorial by the water. Fact number 13. This is for Thomas Jefferson, and it's round because his house was round. And fact number 14. All these pretty trees are cherry blossoms, a special gift from Japan. They walked through a long park with waterfalls and statues. Fact number 15. This is the FDR Memorial. It has 4 outdoor rooms because he was president 4 times. That's a lot of times, said Ellie. Next, they saw a giant man carved out of a stone. Fact number 16. This is the Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial. He looks like he's coming out of a mountain of despair to be a stone of hope. They came to a big circle with fountains. Ellie's voice was soft. Fact number 17. This is the World War II Memorial. See all those gold stars on the wall? Each one represents 100 brave Americans. Papa Nido nodded quietly. Look, Papa Nido, it's like soldiers walking in a garden, Ellie whispered. They saw statues of soldiers carefully walking through plants. Fact number 18. This is the Korean War Veterans Memorial. The statues look like ghosts to help us remember. They walked along a long, black, shiny wall. Fact number 19. This is the Vietnam Veterans Memorial. It has the names of over 58,000 heroes. When you look at it, you can see your own face, connecting you to the past. As the sun began to get lower, they walked beside a long, glassy pool of water. This is the reflecting pool, said Ellie. Fact number 20. It's like a giant mirror for the sky and the monuments. Finally, they climbed a giant set of stairs. We're here, panted Ellie. The Lincoln Memorial. It has 36 huge columns, one for every state that was in the country when Lincoln was president. They sat together on the top step, watching the sun turn the sky orange and pink over the reflecting pool. "Thank you for the wonderful tour, my Ellie," said Papa Nido, hugging her close. "No," said Ellie, snuggling in. "Thank you for visiting me, Papa Nido. This was the best day ever."